The Federal Capital Territory Administration has reiterated the desire to improve work quality of its personnel in line with global best practice through training and capacity building. The Permanent Secretary, Federal Capital Territory Administration, Mr. Olushade Adeshola, made this known at a two-day training workshop for management staff of the FCT Emergency Management Agency in Abuja. Here's the report. Secretary Mr. Olushade Adeshola, declaring the workshop open, says capacity building initiatives precedes every other schedule, adding skills development are the working capital that every personnel need to drive home government programs. The Permanent Secretary, while acknowledging the active role of Fema on disaster management, commended the agency for hard work and partnership to deliver quality service. He called on the participants not to lose focus on the purpose of the workshop, adding that much is expected from them after the program.
When you read from other states, 500 graves washed away by flood, 19 persons washed away by flood, so large number of persons, this is what happened. But because of the proactivity of the emergency services agencies of FCT, we have been able to manage disasters and crises resulting from. And we believe the trainings they continue to receive has greatly contributed to the efficiency of their service delivery. Therefore, this workshop, I know, will further sharpen and we will see better service delivery going forward.
Director General, FCT Emergency Management Agency, Alhaji Abbas Idris, said the training will afford the agency the opportunity to manage disasters in line with international best practice. He called on the participants to use the training workshop to update themselves on modern techniques in disaster management.
Capacity building is something that you could continue to learn, especially in a dynamic situation that we are, whereby there are different seasons, climate change going on. The season you had yesterday will not be the same today, so we need to also update ourselves to be sure that we are at par with the situation, with the climate, and then we'll be able to really respond effectively. Because if you are responding and you don't know how you are going to respond, then you will end up being a victim, and that is the reason why we have to keep on learning and retraining and then making sure that we are at the right pace.
Dr. Olusoji Adeniyi, a lead consultant, Prime Trainers Africa, advised on what we must do to avoid flooding.
The awareness creation within the family settings to know that this is what we do at home to dispose our waste properly. The awareness creation between communities, where we will know that except we are doing things that will give us the expected outcomes. If we continue to block the waterways, water we find is level and we will eventually have flooding. So the world has changed. We can predict now to say this is how much rainfall we are going to get. We can therefore plan accordingly to be able to know that irrespective of what happens, we know the amount of rainfall we are expecting, we know the water that will run off and become flood, and we know the areas that are at risk. So we increase the energy that we have in making sure that the communities at risk are alerted early enough.
High point of the event was a presentation on work ethics and values in public service and a comparative analysis of emergency management policies. The training workshop, put together by Conrad Adenwa Stephen Organization and Ministry of Budget and National Planning, had in attendance over 50 management staff of Fema. Olina Adojo, ASO Television News.